Greetings, this is Brother Teacher. I would like to extend a fond Happy Father's Day to all of the men out there, to all of those that may be watching this video at this particular time, or whenever you come across it. I want you to know that every day should be Father's Day, and even Mother's Day. We don't have to have a specific date to celebrate fatherhood. We're fathers 24/7. And it's always been that way. But with that said, I want you to know that you are special. Just as women are special, even during Mother's Day, that celebration. It took a woman and a man to bring a child into the world. It's not just one-sided. We are both important. You are both important. God, the Creator, said in the Scriptures, "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God give thee." Understand that this is a fact. This is true. Don't neglect your responsibilities as a father. Even if you're in a situation or circumstance where you're no longer with the biological mother, those are still your children. Even if you're angry or upset or you feel a certain way, those are still your children. Make a phone call. Man up sometimes. Make a phone call and ask to speak to your children and tell them you love them. Go and visit them when at all possible. Visit them as much as you can. And you children, you should do the same thing as it relates to your fathers. Don't make your mother seem to be more important than your father. We both have dual roles, and we have separate roles as well. So children, love your fathers. Call them sometimes and say, "Dad, I just called to say I love you." Stop letting months pass by and even years pass by and you don't communicate with your father. He is responsible for you being here as well. And for you fathers that may be incarcerated, I want to encourage you today. I don't know your circumstances. I know there are many that caused you to be in that position of being locked away, so to speak. But I want you to know that you're still a father. I want you to know that you're still relevant and that you're really still important. You must believe that. We all live on this earth and we all make bad decisions from time to time. Some of us even more worse decisions than others. But whatever the case is, it does not negate your responsibility as a father. Even if you're far, far away from your child or children, even if you're locked in an institution, still realizing that there's mail, that there's a phone system, there's even prayer. Remember your offspring. Remember your children. Because God would have it be that way. You brought them into this world. They didn't ask to be here. So be a man and take your responsibility. And it's not always about finances. That's something society has created. It's not about finances even first. It's about your relationship with your children. It's spiritual first. Tell your children you love them. Embrace them as often as you possibly can. And let them know this. Nurture them through their lives as a baby in the arms all the way up. Let them know that you're there for them no matter what. Unconditional. It is when you separate yourself from your children with no communication that they begin to think for themselves and they begin to assume that you just don't care. But I'm sure that you do. You just don't know a lot of times how to articulate. Sometimes you just don't know how to express how you feel. But how long are you going to wait? Till it's too late? Till your children are up in their 40s and 50s and 60s. And the last time you may see them might be on their dying bed. And then you have to deal with guilt. The last time they might see you is in your hospital bed. Why does it even have to get to that point? Call your child today, men. Don't write them. unless that's your last resort. Call your children today. All of them. Speak to them. And I'm not talking about for 10 seconds. I just want to say I love you. And that's it. No. Speak to them from the heart. And you tell them this is daddy. Or this is your father. Depends on whether or not you have had a strained relationship or not. I'm sure you'll figure it out. God will give you the words to say if you pray to him earnestly. Gentlemen, if you don't have a father, if your father left you, if you have been separated from your father, I want to encourage you today to hang in there and to be strong. And I want to let you know that someone else does care about you. It's not just me. So many people care about you. Just be surprised. But I want to extend to you this. I want to let you know that I sincerely care about you and I love you. And I want you to hang in there, continue to be strong, and be productive in your life from this point forward. Even if you have not always been doing the right thing, be productive today. Start right now. And if your children are still within your reach or your grasp, do as I said earlier. Call them and tell them that you care about them. Set up an appointment or a meeting. We're going to go to the park. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to go to lunch or breakfast or whatever. But talk to your children, because I always say this. We only get one go at this thing called life. But after it's all said and done, it's too late to say I'm sorry. This is Brother Teacher. And I do honestly love you. So long.